So we are backstage where a lot has been going on.
A lot.
A lot. And the rock and roll continues here. Black Music Honors. We sound crazy. The one and only.
The one and only.
Dipped out in red.
I don't know what this is. There's like 7 different colors.
It's super fly. The one and only Robin Thicke. If you don't know, the one and only Robin Thicke is. Yo, thank you for sitting down with us.
Yeah, man.
Pleasure to be here.
We are excited to talk to you. I mean, obviously, you are not new in any way to great music and great R&B music. I mean, it's what you do. So, Black Music Honors, Black Music Month. What does that mean to you?
Well, you know, for me, ever since I was a little kid, I gravitated towards black music, black culture, black heroes. My heroes were Eddie Murphy, Michael Jordan, you know, KC.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
KC.
Ooh, yeah. But yeah, so I think I'm just one of those kids that just always gravitated, and I loved it genuinely, and I wanted to be a part of it genuinely, and I appreciated what the music culture and what black culture is all about in America and in the world and what it represents.
I love that. I love that.
So tonight you did a tribute to Bobby Caldwell.
Yes, sir.
Talk about Bobby Caldwell.
Well, you know, another soulful white boy. Shout out to soulful white boys.
Shout out to soulful white boys out there holding it down.
Holding it down the best they can. But no, Bobby was, you know, just an incredible songwriter and singer. And the funny thing is, so I'm on my way here to perform tonight, and my mom was checking in, and I'm like, yeah, I'm in Atlanta, and I'm doing a Bobby Caldwell tribute tonight for the Black Music Honors. And she goes, do you know I recorded a song with Bobby? My mom is a singer. A lot of people don't know she had a #1 song in the '80s with Carl Anderson. So she's kind of always been a pop pop soul kind of singer. And so yeah, they recorded a song together. So I thought that was pretty kismet, you know, when I heard that on my way here.
The connection is actually kind of crazy.
That's crazy. That's
Kinda
kind of crazy.
So Robin, this year marks 50 years.
Yes.
The anniversary of hip hop.
Oh God.
And you've been a part of a lot of great hip hop moments. I mean, your chemistry with Lil Wayne is just
Man, Weezy.
for real. You even have the new record with Yo Gotti,
Yes,
which is dope, perfect for the summertime.
Brown liquor.
What's your first memory of hip hop?
Oh, that would have to be Walk This Way. You know what I mean? DMC and Aerosmith.
Yeah.
That was, because as soon as I even heard that and what rapping was, you know what I mean? I immediately gravitated to it. I remember getting the Curtis Blow album, 8 Million Ways to Die, and I mean, and I'm 8 years old. Do you know what I mean? I'm an 8-year-old white kid in the San Fernando Valley, and all the music I'm buying is hip hop. You know, and it was when I was singing more at about 11 and 12 years old, and I started writing my own songs. That's when Boyz II Men was out, Jodeci was out, Mary J. Blige. There's just this whole new wave of incredible vocalists that were popular, that were on pop radio, and that was just a major shift in some ways. And but then in my teenage years, in my late teens, that's when I started getting into the old soul cats. I started listening to more Otis Redding, more Stevie, more Sam Cooke. You know, so it just kind of grew as time went along.
Not to bring up old news, but I'm sitting here next to you, and I want to get your take on the Ed Sheeran case.
I just realized that your sunglasses are actually dripping.
They're dripping.
They are literal drip.
Yes, sir.
This mug is literal dripping on himself. He's so hot. Jeez. You know, I don't really have an opinion on that. I mean, I think, we're all inspired, and every case and every little situation is different, you know. So my job is to not worry about the past, but to make great music for the future.
I love that. I just wanted to ask you that.
Man, I just keep on churning.
Hey, Mount Rushmore music. If you had to pick a Mount Rushmore, all genres, Robin Thicke's Mount Rushmore music.
Oh, that's so hard. Aretha, start there. Nina Simone, Stevie.
Yes, sir.
And Prince ain't never heard nobody with his music.
He never heard nobody.
He never heard
I don't know, somewhere around there.
Body. You feel what I'm saying? This is about the future, not the past. But what are your thoughts on AI?
I never met him.
I never met him. So
Actually, I partied with him in Philadelphia. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I don't really know what that is or what that means. I'm sure there's a place for that, just like robots and and virtual reality, dates. but I'm a feet in the dirt kind of guy. I love being with my kids. I love taking care of my kids. I love making something out of thin air that has never existed and could not exist if I didn't make it.
That's the beauty of creating music that I think is lost in the whole debate, is that there's a joy to actually creating something.
The two greatest moments are usually when you create it when you first start to create it and when you perform it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because in between all of that is judgment and high hopes or low hopes or whatever it is.
Everyone else's
so true.
judgment, too.
But when you're first making the record, you're like, oh man, I love this. And that's all that matters. You love it. And then you hope that other people will connect with it too.
Yeah, man.
But you got to love it first.
I'm interested in knowing you've had a great career songwriting, producing, and then you started with your first album in 2003.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is actually the 20-year anniversary. celebration.
Congratulations.
And that's
20
such a
years.
beautiful album.
Thank you.
Yeah. What keeps Robin Thicke going after all this time?
Oh, well, definitely my kids. You know, once I had the kids, they make every day worth living. They make everything worth trying to do your best. And then, you know, I suffered a lot of loss. My father passed away. My manager passed away. My house burned down. Andre Harrell, my mentor, passed away. This is all in 4 or 5 years. You know, I lost 3 of the most important people in my life and my home. Luckily, my beautiful fiancée, April, you know, stuck by me through all those hard times. We had 3 kids together. And so now I have a family, you know, I have 4 beautiful children. I just moved back into my Malibu property that burned down 4 years ago, about 6 months ago, and I've been writing more music than I did the previous 5 years. So,
So new inspiration.
new inspiration,
Despite the,
back at home, you know, just being back at home, having my kids, everything set up, everybody's happy. Now I can go back into my studio and focus on my work again.
So this record with Guydon, is this the start of a new project? Like, what can we expect?
No, that's actually a song I did about 4 years ago.
Oh,
Like 3 or 4 years ago. And I was just kind of holding on to it because the last album I released was called On Earth and in Heaven, and it was a tribute to my father and Andre Harrell. And Brown Liquor, that song just didn't seem to fit on that tribute album, you know. But the new album is much more, you know, fresh and fun and more modern sounding. So Gotti I'm a huge fan of his, so I was really lucky to work with him.
Who's a dream artist collaboration for Robin?
Definitely Miguel. Me and Miguel.
Oh, I love that.
Me and
That's
Miguel
dope.
on a song would be pretty awesome. Yeah, we talk about we're good friends, but you don't want to rush those things. You want to make sure it's the right magical song.
Last question, because obviously we're here to honor artists that are overly deserving, right? So if you were in charge of next year's Black Music Honors, right?
Yeah.
Who do you think deserves to get that award? There's so many people who deserve their flowers and trophies, right?
So many. I mean,
Who comes to mind for you?
Well, you know, but you would think of the people that that maybe aren't getting as much recognition as they deserve. I have to go back in my mind. I do believe that there is that this kind of a show, especially, could represent that Boys to Men, Jodeci era would be kind of fly.
I
You know what
agree.
mean?
Yeah,
I think that's because. They were you know, just such epic groups that represented slightly different things, but were amazing records, amazing vocalists. You know, that would be a fun show to watch.
I think that's overdue.
It is actually
Way
overdue.
overdue.
Yeah. Boyz II Men and Jodeci.
Yeah.
I agree with that. We want to thank you for sitting down with us and for the great music.
Thank you, sir. My pleasure.
I want to hear more. Your cover of Exhale
Oh, shoot. You know, that's when Whitney passed away.
Crazy.
is
Yeah.
so masterful.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, I mean,
Keep the music going, bro.
yeah, and when you're in Nashville, we're based in Nashville. We have the podcast every week. We love to sit down and really deep dive with you, talk about music. And
Yeah, but you know, when we drop the album later this year, that would be perfect.
Let's
I'll come
do
down
this.
down and hang with you guys.
Love that.
We'll
For
be
sure,
on the
man.
promo run. We'll come and see you guys.
Let's do it.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank
sound
you.
crazy
having me.
All right, buddy.
with the very best.